Welcome to Loren Reads to You. Today we're reading The Bedtime Killer by Loren Malloy. That's me. Make sure you're following or subscribing wherever you're watching or listening to this. And if you haven't heard or watched chapters 1 through 31, you might want to pause this and save it and come back to it once you do so. But that's up to you. If you're ready, get comfortable, get cozy, and let's get into it. Chapter 32. Horace thought back to when he first met his lover, Dee Dee. He called her Dee Dee after learning her first name was Delilah. Delilah Daring. He was smitten immediately with her. He could never forget that first meeting when they made eye contact through her window. She smiled and winked at him so adorably. She didn't care that her husband and his boss were standing 100 yards away. Nope. He loved that about his lady Dee Dee. Horace had spent the next several days after that first meeting learning her schedule. His beautiful new lady spent a lot of time at home. The husband obviously scheduled her day as well as picked out what she did and with whom. Every instructor was either a woman or gay. It was a controlling but smart precaution considering how many wives Horace had seen having sex with their fitness instructor. She had 2 exercise classes a day. Dee Dee had water aerobics and Pilates every Monday, Thursday, and Saturdays, and yoga and cardio kickboxing Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Dee Dee showered after each class like clockwork. After a while, his lover Dee Dee made him feel loved enough and safe enough to begin visiting her at night. He discovered her nightly habits were especially great. She drank whiskey sours in the bath while listening to Janis Joplin. Her husband was never home at night, and she had the whole big mansion to herself. It was ideal for Horace. After she had her rock and roll bath, she would lay on her king-size bed naked and let the fan above her air dry her. The playlist was always the same. 1 album of the best of Janis Joplin for the bath, and then it was the Beatles. The first song, All You Need Is Love, would come on, and dear sultry Dee Dee would be yelling it to the world, maybe because it's exactly the one thing she never got from her husband. Thank goodness Dee Dee finally found me, and my love for her is as powerful as an earthquake, Horace thought. Horace found the whole thing so hot. He spent many a night with his lovely Dee Dee and experiencing her nighttime routine. For 3 weeks, he and little Horace were satisfied just watching his lovely lady. He enjoyed getting to know dear Dee Dee and all her private little quirks. After she was fast asleep, he wandered in the darkness of her room, becoming intimate with his newest lady. Night after night, he rifled through her panty drawer as well as her hamper for her dirty panties. He always rubbed the clean underwear against his face while also rubbing little Horace against one from the hamper until the undies were even more soiled. He then tossed them into the hamper again. Her maid did the laundry and never asked about the stains. While the clean panties he would put back in her drawer so she could put them on and have him that close to her and that secretly intimate with her the next day. That was chapter 32 of The Bedtime Killer by Loren Malloy. That's me. Now remember, this is a story from the point of view of either the killer, the victim, or the police. Make sure that you're following and subscribing wherever you're watching or listening to this. And if you'd like a copy for yourself, remember to check out this book as well as my 20+ other books on Amazon. The Bedtime Killer is in paperback as well as Kindle. So feel free to check that out and make sure you join me for the next one, which will be chapter 33.